Rainer Werner Fassbinder was a gay German filmmaker. He was born on May 31st, 1945 in Bad Wörishofen, Germany, but by his mother's wishes, he later claimed he was born in 1946. This was to establish himself as a post-war child. In 1951, his parents divorced, and Werner stayed with his mother in Munich. While his mother worked, Werner could typically be found at the cinema.
Und du? Ich gehe ins Kino.
He started in the theater, but would transition to cinema. In his film career, he was influenced by the French New Wave, specifically Godard. Fassbinder is well known for his speedy filmmaking. It's said that he would make 4 or 5 films a year. Fassbinder made 44 films and television dramas in 15 years. He also directed an additional 15 plays for the theater.
Und hier wird das natürlich durch die langen Einstellungen besonders deutlich. Wenn ich da sehr viel rumschneide und das alles verkürze, dann kann ich das überspringen, diesen Imitationsmoment. Wenn ich lange Einstellungen mache, dann ist der ganz deutlich drin und das finde ich richtig. Das kommt von ganz alleine, das braucht man gar nicht zu inszenieren. Wenn Schauspieler sich bewegen, dann, und sie werden das in langen Einstellungen zeigen, dann wird das immer ein Imitationseffekt.
Many of the films Fassbinder made were thought-provoking, some still being discussed to this day. One of those films is Martha, which premiered in 1974. It's a made-for-TV film about a 30-year-old librarian, Martha. She loses her abusive father and soon after meets and marries a cruel businessman named Helmut.
Martha, bist du mir noch böse?
This film is most famous for its 360-degree tracking upon the couple seeing each other for the first time. Fassbinder references other paranoid women's films in this film, such as Rebecca, Gaslight, and Notorious. Helmut speaks to Martha as if she were a child, such as in Rebecca.
What the devil do you think you're doing?
He tells her she is too pale and thin. He manipulates her into questioning her own sanity, such as in Gaslight.
All right, too. But he'll know what you've done. He'll think that what shall I say to him? Oh.
Towards the end of the film, he punishes her in the same way Alicia is punished in Hitchcock's Notorious, by disconnecting the telephone. This is after Helmut forbids her from leaving the house, which leaves her almost entirely disconnected from the world. A match made in heaven between a masochist and a sadist, suggests film critic Jonathan Rosenbaum. In the article Fassbinder's Female Complaint by Mary Hennessy, it's repeated throughout that this is a film about a masochist and a sadist. This information actually comes from Fassbinder himself. Whether Fassbinder truly believes that Martha has what she has always wanted, complete dependence on a man, is less important than what his saying so achieves. In both the film and in his, he brings the female complaint and the idea of what women want in heterosexual love relationships to hyperbole, in the figure of Martha sitting passively in a wheelchair as the hospital elevator closes on her and Helmut's story. Fassbinder, by absurdly insisting Martha has a happy ending, criticizes the complacency that women's culture facilitates. Although I would disagree with Fassbinder that Martha is a masochist or that she is truly happy, I do, however, agree with the author of the article. It matters more what this hyperbole achieves. It shows what women supposedly want as set by the male gaze running Hollywood. What women actually want, what Martha actually wants, is not the point of the film. The point is to show an exaggeration of what men expect women to want. According to this, we should want nothing other than to make our husbands happy, and our lives do not go beyond the house.